screen recording, I'm going to be talking about the use of images which Ed Sheeran has got on his page. So I thought that it would be a good idea to go to the news rather than the images, because we'll come back to them. So on this, it gives you a little picture and then more information about the post. What I think is quite nice is that all of them are the same size, they've got the same aspect ratio, so all of the squares fit quite nicely and neatly in columns. That is something which I would like to copy, and I think that it just looks quite neat and organised that way. I think that although some of the colours, or some of the photos have got a lot of colour, e.g. these three, like there's a lot down here as well, even though they've still got colour, they're not overwhelming because of how much white there still is on the rest of the page. So it definitely doesn't overwhelm everything else. I think it's also nice the way which he's broken it up by putting his subscribe box in the way. You can also view more news, where obviously you're going to see the subscribe box again. I just think that although he hasn't overused the photos, I think that where they are used, it has a larger impact. So if we go back onto the typical, which is what you need, if we go back onto the main website when it works again, you gotta love the Wi-Fi. If we go back onto this main front page, as you can see, this isn't really an image, but even though it is, it's again still not as big as the whole page. This has got a lot of blues and blacks, but it's very thin, this rectangle. You can see there aren't loads of pictures, but the ones which aren't shockingly over the top. I think that's one thing which I really do like about his whole website, is that it's not imposing on you, whereas others can be, which I would like to copy for my own website.